Hi folks, we're back. Today we are in the Mill 1, which I haven't talked about. I do not yet have an ace tanker in it, but for those of you that don't know much about the Emil, it is a tank that has a nearly impenetrable turret for tier 8s, and it's due to the sloping and it's pretty heavily armored. The upper plate on it is not super good, and the side armor is absolute trash, so never try and side scrape in it. In fact, you can get shot basically at that angle and pen almost every time. So because the whole armor is trash, I've decided I'm going to go over to the medium side and fight it out with the mediums. It also has an autoloader, so let's go ahead and get started here. But it has an autoloader, and this Roomba, I guess, wanted to go away. I didn't want to go. So anyway, the autoloader loads in about 18 seconds, and it's 2.6 or 2.7 seconds between shots. Now, I want to warn you, I fire pretty much all gold in this game. So if you don't like gold spam, you may as well just turn it off now. The reason is I don't have the top gun yet, and 176 pin or 179 pin, while it might be enough, I just prefer to fire 224 as the gold rounds, and that's about the same pin that you get with the top gun. So I'm just firing all gold because I'm trying to work my way up and get that top gun, and then I will be more selective with ammunition types. But we notice we've got a fair amount of help, but a lot of them are stopping in this area. That's kind of a mistake. You don't get a lot of shots generally from that area. And so the title of this is going to be Sometimes You Can't Win, right? And I'm going to do everything in my power to win this game. And spoiler alert, I'm not going to win, right? This always screws me up. I always run into this concrete bunker in front of me. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem like it should be there, I guess. So on this side, we can flat bully most of the stuff that's here, right? There's a T-3485M. I'm not afraid of him. There's a Leo. There's a T-20. There is a Super Pershing over here. And I'm relying on the greediness of the enemy to shoot at this tank here to push up, and we're able to get one shot into the IS. Now the IS really has no hope of penetrating me. So we're going to go ahead and put our 3 shots in, and now we're on a reload. In the meantime, it's 0 to 3 already. And there's not much I can do about that. I just have to play my game and try and get as much damage as I can and clean this side up as quickly as I can. Now, we've got a Centurion 1 in the middle, and he's in a terrible position. We do take a little damage here, but we're going to go ahead and take out that T-20. And with 2 shots, and we immediately go on a reload, because what I don't want is for the enemy to know when I'm reloading, right? So I only fired 2 shots there, and I feel like we've traded we've gotten 1,500 damage for less than 200 health, so we're trading well at this time. And it looks like the IS is pushing around the outside, which is definitely going to be helpful for us. And we'd like to get a shot on this Leo. The gun handling on this is absolute trash, but that's okay. So this Leo, for whatever reason, decides he's going to push out on me. And I've got 1 shell left, and I'd like to use that shell on him. But I decide to go for a reload. And it's debatable what you should do and when, right? So these 2 guys that are with me, they should just sit back and let me kill everything. I am almost invincible. If those 2 guys had stayed alive, things would have gone much better. And I decide I'm going to take a hit kill this guy off, and we're able to do that. And we just barely missed the Leo. Now, the Leo's got the small gun, so I'm not all that worried. We're up to 2 kills. We got 2,300 damage. And that Leo, why he would poke out right now, I don't know. And this is the point where our teammates suicide. You know, there's no reason whatsoever for them to suicide. The one thing it does do is it tells me that DA is probably out of shells. And it is 5 to 9 currently. And this is where I take way more damage than I should. I think this might be the point. And it's unfortunate that we were unable to clip that T-34-85. Now, he does not know that I only have 1 shell left. We're up to 3,000 damage, right? He probably thinks I have 1 shell left because I've got, I only fired 2 at him. And we're going to try and bait this T-71 into firing, but we're in the line of Artie now. And of course it's 5 to 12, so I do need to make some things happen. And I don't believe that the enemy tank realized that it was that I was an autoloader. Some of these low tier tanks don't understand who has autoloaders and who doesn't. And at this point I know I've got to kill some guys, but I'm afraid of that T-71 DA. I can't remember if he's the autoloader or not, but at any rate, this DA overestimates his ability to leave, except I derped that shot, right? And we're able to put 1 more into him. And he backs out a little bit far, and that's it for him. So we're up to 5 kills out of the 7 our team has. And I've got 4,200 damage. So I know the enemy is pushing for me, but I just don't know where they're at yet. So I don't know what more I could do. And we're able to take out the enemy, and I go on a reload, and I should have never done that. I could have got another kill out of that. And I'm trying to let this T-34-85 shoot me. I got my gun up in the air, and the Chrysler ends up getting me. So anyway, that's the end of the game. 4,500 damage. Again, there's just some games you cannot win, no matter what you do or where you go. I was firing on reload there and just not able to carry the game. So let's go ahead and look at the after action on this one. Okay, sadly, that was a first class. Probably would have been an ace if I was on the winning team. High caliber, not surprisingly, and of course our top gun. We ended up with 835 experience. The next guy was at 354. So that's almost 500 additional experience. Looks like their some of their tier 6s did fairly well. It's just we had a lot of guys do no damage and really do very little in the game, including our top tiers. I mean, 1,100 damage for a Centurion. It's not terrible, but if he had gone to where I was, he's impenetrable hold down too. So just a really, it's really too bad that our team didn't play just a little bit better. We could have carried that. So appreciate you guys watching. We will catch you on the next one. Tonester out.